So, like I said before, the next thing that we're going to do here is to find MN. Find MN. Alright, so this is your M, this is your N. So your MN is the distance from here to here. Alright, so we have two triangles here in this figure. Alright, so to look for your MN, you have to find the value of MK and KN. Alright, so your MN, question B now, your MN is equal to MK, alright, plus KN. MN is equal to what? MK plus what? KN. That is, your MN is equal to your MK. That's distance from here to here and distance from here to what? Here. And that's what you have here. Alright. So first of all, let's look for MK. MK. So your MK is from here to here. Alright. From here to here. So let's first of all draw this first triangle that is here. So the triangle that I have there is like this. Alright. Okay. So here I have 70 degrees. Here I have 7 centimeters. Here we've calculated it and we calculated it to be what? 6.58 centimeters. Alright, so here is 6.58 centimeters. This is my M, this is my L, and this is my what? K. Alright, so Mn, like I said, is equal to Mk plus what? Kn. So I'm going to look for the distance from here to here, my Mk. Alright, so this is my right angle. So the side facing this acute angle is what? It is the opposite. The side where this acute angle and this right angle lies is what? Your adjacent. Alright, so what is the relationship between opposite and adjacent? So the relationship between opposite and adjacent is what? Tan theta. Alright, so tan theta is equal to opposite over what? Over adjacent. Alright, so my theta is what? 70. So that is tan 70 is equal to, what is my opposite? My opposite is the side facing this acute angle, and that is what? 6.58. So that is 6.58 divided by what? The adjacent. The adjacent is what I'm looking for, and that is what? Your MK divided by what? MK. Alright. So what is the value for your tan 70? So I'll bring out my calculator and press that. Tan 70 is equal to 2.7474. That's approximately 2.7475. Right? So my tan 70 is 2.7475 is equal to what? 6.58 over what? MK. So this is the same thing as 2.7475 all over 1. So the next thing I will do here is to cross multiply. Alright, so when I cross multiply, what am I going to have? So when I cross multiply, this will be 2.7475 times MK will give me 2.7475 MK equal to 6.58 times 1 will give me 6.58. Alright, so the next thing I will do is to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of MK, which is 2.7475. So this is divided by 2.7475, and this will be divided by 2.7475. All right, so that this 2.7475 will cancel this 2.7475, so that my MK can stand alone. All right, equal to 6.58 divided by 2.7475. What would that be? So 6.58 divided by 2.7475 is equal to 2.394. So that's approximately 2.4. All right, 2.4 centimeters. So the distance from here to here is what? 2.4 centimeters. All right, so my MK is what? 2.4 centimeters. The next thing is to look for what? KN, that is from here to here. All right, so the distance, your LK, we've calculated it to be what? 6.58, correct? 6.58. All right, so how do we look for our KN? All right, so let's take this to the next page. Here my MK is what? 2.4 centimeters, right? Then my LK is what? 6.58. So I want to look for the value of what? KN. So again, my MN, because the question is to find MN, all right? My MN is equal to what? MK plus KN. That is MK plus what? KN. That will give me MN. All right. So I want to look for the value of what? KN. So let me label my KN as what? As X. All right. So this is a right angle triangle. So this triangle by my right, if I draw it out, it looks like this. All right. The triangle is like this. Here I have theta. Here I have, from here to here, this is my L, this is my K, and this is my N. All right. Here I have 6.58 centimeters. Here I have X. All right. And here I have 21. Here is my right angle, 21 centimeters, 6.58 centimeters. So how do I look for the value of X? Since I have two sides of the right angle triangle, I'm going to apply Pythagoras theorem. So from Pythagoras theorem, I have that hypotenuse squared is equal to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. All right. So what is my hypotenuse squared? Or what is my hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is the side that is facing this right angle, and that is what? 21. So that is 21 squared is equal to, what is my opposite? My opposite is the side facing this acute angle, and it is what? 6.58. So 6.58 squared plus my adjacent is where this right angle and this acute angle lies, and that is what? My Kn. All right, my Kn, and that is equal to what? My X. So plus S squared. All right, so 21 squared is 21 times 21, and that will give you 441 equal to 6.58 squared is 6.58 times 6.58, and that will give, if you press that in your calculator, that will give you 43.2964, all right, plus X squared. So the next thing I will do is to collect like terms. I will take this 43.2964 to the other side of the equation. So this will be 441. When this number crosses, it becomes minus 43.2964. 0.2964, all right, equal to what? X squared. So 441 minus 43.2961 would give me what? Would give me 397.7036 equal to what? X squared. All right. So I have my S squared to be equal to what? 397.7036. What I have here is what I've written here. So to remove this square, I will have to find the square root of both sides, because what I'm looking for is x and not s squared. So this will be s squared square root, and this will be 370, and this will be 397.7036 square root. So what I've done is that I have found the square root of both sides of the equation, so that this square will cancel out this square root, so that my x will be equal to the square root of this number. All right. So if you punch this in your calculator, square root of 397.7036 is equal to 19.94. 19.94. All right. So my x is what? 19.94 centimeters. So here is what? 19.94 centimeters. So my mn, like I said, is equal to what? Mk plus what? Kn is equal to mk plus kn. So my mn now, mn will be equal to, my mk is 2.4, right? 2.4 plus my kn is what? 19.94. 19.94. So if I add that, 2.4 plus 19.94, that will be equal to 22.34. So my mn is equal to 22.34 centimeters. All right, this is my answer to this question. So the distance from here to here, that's my mn, is equal to what? 22.34. It's a very simple and straightforward question. All right. So the next question is to find sine theta. And we'll look at this in the next video.